الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يا أيها النبي إذا طلقتم النساء فطلقوهن لعدتهن وأحصوا العدة واتقوا الله ربكم لا تخرجوهن من بيوتهن ولا يخرجن إلا أن يأتين بفاحشة مبينة وتلك حدود الله ومن يتعد حدود الله فقد ظلم نفسه لا تدري لعل الله يحدث بعد ذلك أمرا فإذا بلغن أجلهن فأمسكوهن بمعروف أو فارقوهن بمعروف وأشهدوا ذوي عدل منكم وأقيموا الشهادة لله ذلكم يوعظ به من كان يؤمن بالله واليوم الآخر ومن يتق الله يجعل له مخرجا ويرزقه من حيث لا يحتسب ومن يتوكل على الله فهو حسبه إن الله بالغ أمره قد جعل الله لكل شيء قدرا واللائي يئسن من المحيض من نسائكم إن ارتبتم فعدتهن 3 أشهر واللائي لم يحضن وأولاة الأحمال أجلهن أن يضعن حملهن ومن يتق الله يجعل له من أمره يسرا ذلك أمر الله أنزله إليكم ومن يتق الله يكفر عنه سيئاته ويعظم له أجرا أسكنوهن من حيث سكنتم من وجدكم ولا تضاروهن لتضيقوا عليهم وإن كن أولات حمل فأنفقوا عليهن حتى يضعن حملهن فإن أرضعن لكم فآتوهن أجورهن وأتمروا بينكم بمعروف وإن تعاسرتم فسترضع له أخرى لينفق ذو سعة من سعته ومن قدر عليه رزقه فلينفق مما آتاه الله لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا ما آتاها سيجعل الله بعد عسر يسرا وكأين من قرية عتت عتت عن أمر ربها ورسله فحاسبناها حسابا شديدا وعذبناها عذابا نكرا فذاقت وبال أمرها وكان عاقبة أمرها خسرا أعد الله لهم عذابا شديدا فاتقوا الله يا أولي الألباب الذين آمنوا قد أنزل الله إليكم ذكرا رسولا يتلو عليكم آيات الله مبينات ليخرج الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات من الظلمات إلى النور ومن يؤمن بالله ويعمل صالحا يدخله جنات تجري من تحتها الأنهار خالدين فيها أبدا قد أحسن الله له رزقا الله الذي خلق 7 سماوات ومن الأرض مثلهن يتنزل الأمر بينهن لتعلموا أن الله على كل شيء قدير وأن الله قد أحاط بكل شيء علما.
As the gender war rages on, in order to keep the peace, we must discuss the exact facts. Welcome to Exactly. I'm your host, Saudi Man. Remove your shoes and enter upon your right foot, upon the right state of mind, bi'idhnillah. Topic: defending the indefensible. Defending the indefensible. Of course, this, if you could look at the thumbnail, this subject will be touching upon the Somali woman here in the States that is an internet sensation due to her claiming to be hit by a brick on, I think, the right side of her face. My nickname for her is Brick Isha. Brick Isha. As you know, black folks, and she's not technically black folks as far as American ex-slaves, but black folks tend to name their daughters or sons after some traumatic incident. If the father was traumatic and his name is Bubba, the girl name would be Bubbalicious, so on and so forth. So they always take a tragedy. If the mother was pregnant and got scared by an elephant at the zoo, her name would be Zuilla, or her name would be Elephanta. You know, so they tend to take some tragic event and name their children. So I'm going to name her Brick Isha. Is this a scam or nah? Those closest to her says that she does stunts like this, and she had a prior GoFundMe, and this GoFundMe as of yesterday, I think it raised $40,000 to buy her a bunch of new bricks. You know, not quite enough for a gold brick unless she buys a small one. Nevertheless, is this a scam or not? Okay, but I'm looking at the contusion on the side of her face, and as was said, not by me first, but in a thought by myself, it looks like an allergic reaction. See, a brick, when a brick hits you on the side of the face, it's going to break something. It's going to break your jaw. It's going to fracture your skull if it's up high enough. Something's going to happen where you won't be having coherent conversations on the camera. You would not be having coherent conversations upon the camera. Also, the bruising that would take place if that was a brick. Also, the breakage of skin. Forget bone. The breakage of skin that would clearly take place. It don't matter how dark you are, and she's not the darkest of the dark. No matter how dark you are, you're going to see some brick related, injury. Okay, now it looks like an allergic reaction. The people at the place, the owners at the place where she says she was hit by the brick, nobody saw the incident. They only saw the result when she was crying for help. The owner of the place pulled the camera footage and said there is no such camera footage of her being hit by an actual brick. Maybe they would have saw the bee that stung her on the side of her face. Maybe that's what the cameras would have caught. Nevertheless, okay, besides all of that, if we take it at, no pun intended, face value, okay, no pun intended, face value, let's dissect it from that point of view, okay? Apart from the black issue, I don't want to get into the black issue, how black men didn't help, and black men probably never saw a man. Black men, or whatever man was there, a lot of simps come in all different, the simps come in more rainbow colors than the LG HDTV 4K HDMI flag. So, but nobody could fight the wind. Nobody can fight the wind. So if she was never hit by a brick, who's going to fight the wind? Two black guys on camera were talking about it. They said that, hey, we called the police, we called the ambulance, whatever she needed, we tried to help her. But there was no actual assailant. There was no actual person to address in this scenario. Okay, before I get too deep, Sister Linda says, Assalamu alaikum, Sister Linda. She said, face fuchsia, wide eyes. Face fuchsia, wide eyes. Good one. Okay, so continuing. Should random men crash out? Let's say this incident was real. Let's say it was actually real and somebody actually saw her get hit by a brick. Nobody actually saw her get hit by a brick. No, not even camera footage of it, okay? But let's say this incident was actually correct. A black woman, from Somalia or not, got hit with a brick in the face. Should we crash out? Should black men that believe in black nationalism, or they're pro-black, whatever you, pan-black, whatever you want to call it, and should just regular men, whatever color of the LG HDTV 4K rainbow HDMI, should they just crash out for this woman? Okay. Well, there are reasons to crash out. There are reasons to crash out, and I can only use myself to why I would crash out, meaning go for broke, let it all, to the wall, basically. Reasons to crash out. I'm going to list those. I only have 3 here. Maybe I'll think of another one. Number 1, men are responsible for women. Allah Ta'ala didn't say husbands are responsible for wives, fathers are responsible for daughters, uncles are responsible for nieces, brothers are responsible for sisters. No. Allah Ta'ala said what? He said men are responsible for women. Ar-rijal. You know what I'm saying? But rijal are responsible for what? And nisa. Men are responsible for women. Qawamun, governors, managers, maintainers, protectors of women. So because men are responsible for women, if women are in distress, then men should naturally crash out. In all natural situations, men should crash out. Okay, let's continue. Let's continue. Number 2, women are the fairer gender. They shouldn't have to argue their points. They shouldn't have to defend themselves even verbally. Okay? And the brother there making all kind of noise. Brother Thalib. Yeah, but men, should women are the fairer sex. So women should not be expected to argue their point or to do what have you. Men should readily look. Let me speak on her behalf. This needs to go like that. A car salesman is trying to overcome a woman. A mechanic is trying to charge her an outrageous amount of prices and things like that for certain services that they would not dare attempt to charge a man. Then they're the fairer sex, so we argue on their behalf. Also, they are the weaker sex. Musa alayhi salam saw the shepherds watering their flock, and the women were the 3 daughters or so. 2 or 3 daughters were held back. They did not want to intermingle with the men, mix their sheep with the men. You can lose sheep like that. Also, you can get accosted or harmed. So Musa alayhi salam saw what was going on, so he took the sheep with him and he watered them. As a man, he watered the sheep for the women. They were so gracious. Long story short, he ended up marrying one of them. Okay. So with that being said, because we're responsible for them. That's one. Number 2, they are the fairer gender. Okay. And number 3, they are the weaker gender. So we readily should crash out for these 3 different reasons, with all things being applicable, without there being any caveats, all things being natural. We should crash out. Now let me list the reasons to not crash out. The reasons to not crash out. On this one, I have 8 with some subcategories. Okay? Notice how reasons to crash out, I had 3. Reasons not to crash out, I have 8 reasons. Misogyny, I guess. Okay. Anyway, reasons to not crash out. Number 1, many women today play a masculine role. They as they say in the LGHTV4 HDMI community, they say they present masculine. A lot of women, yeah. Oh man, I was married to one of them. Oh y'all, Lord, protect me from this wildebeest. Yeah, they present masculine. So when somebody's presenting masculine, you don't crash out for them. You're not going moon over masculine or over lesbians. Over bodegas. You're not. You know what I'm saying? You're not over lesbians. You shouldn't have to crash out for lesbians. They're in their masculine form. You know what I'm saying? Even the lipstick ones, they have abandoned men. They talk bad about men. They are misandrous. I used to bodyguard for lesbians back in Jahili, so I know exactly what they say about men and what their deep inner thoughts are about men. So they're masculine. We don't crash out for the masculine. Sorry. You got to be in your feminine frame, your natural frame, and we will die for you. But we're not going to crash out for masculine. Number 2, they are disrespectful. They will say anything to you to get you on 10 and expect you not to do what 10 does. They will talk about your dead mother. Wallahi, they will talk about your dead mother. They will say they will talk about your children. Evil banshee. That's not a curse word. Evil banshee, succubi. Will talk about your dead mother and your children who you love, to try to get you on 10, but don't want what 10 do. We don't crash out for masculine. We don't crash out for disrespectful. We don't. Speaking of disrespectful, this woman is seen on video walking up, slapping a white guy. Now, I saw the video. I didn't slow it down, but from my frame, my vantage point, she kind of grazed him or grazed the tip of the brim of his hat. But nevertheless, she was very disrespectful. She slapped at him or slapped him, took a couple of steps and started twerking. Low to the floor. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we experience. We don't crash out for those types. disrespectful, cantankerous. You know, uh, they say they're independent. We don't crash out for the independent. You got it, mommy. You got it. Handle your business, sir. We don't crash out for the independent. They say they're independent. Alhamdulillah. Go ahead. Have it. Have with it. They say that they are, well, they present as unaccountable in every facet of conversation, conflict, interaction. They remain unaccountable. And if you're not accountable, then why should I account for you? Why should I crash out for somebody uncrash worthyable? You are unaccountable. There's nothing is your fault. Because remember, if I crash out, I could die. I could die in that natural interaction. I could die. So therefore, if I could die in a situation, take some accountability. Tell that man, I'm sorry, I apologize. I'm sorry, I apologize. I do not want loss of life or limb due to my misstep. Just apologize. But because they remain unaccountable, okay? Because they remain unaccountable, you'll never get an apology. You'll never get an apology. Apologies come in the form of rubbing their feet on your leg. They'll go put on something sexy, you know, so that make the juice uniform. They'll put on something like that and walk in front of you, or bend over nonchalantly, pick up something. But they won't apologize. Very seldom. I think they did back in the caveman days in Europe. Apologize one time. I think this is where it's documented. Guinness Book of World Records. They won't apologize, remaining unaccountable. Okay? They'll say, baby, what you want to eat? But not an apology. Not an apology. Let's go out to eat. I'll pay. That's not an apology. Okay? They are strong. They say we are strong. With the independent, they say strong. So we'll take strong as a separate category. They say we are strong. Okay, well, I'm not going to crash out for the strong. I'm going to crash out for the fair, weaker gender. I'm going to crash out for the ones Allah Ta'ala told me I'm stronger than, and I support them from provision. So a lot of them says, I don't need no man. I take care of myself. Okay? I take care of myself. I don't need no man. Okay? So they got the provision, and they say they're strong. I'm like, subhanAllah, what role do I play? What role do I play? That's what it is, okay? Strong. Number 6, equality. They say we're equal. So why would I crash out for my equal? We're talking about men and women. I know we brothers will crash out for each other. You know, I'm sure sisters will crash out for each other. You know, but I'm talking about crashing out men for women, or men on behalf of women. So they say we're equal. They want equality. Okay, I'm not going to crash out for you. I don't expect you to jump in when I'm being jumped on, and don't expect me to jump in when you being jumped on. Take a brick to the face equally. I've taken a brick to the back of the head. I still have the knot to prove it. I still have the knot to prove it today. I got that brick to the head over 33 years ago, and I still got the knot in back of my head to prove it. I got bullet wounds from over 30 years ago, and I still can show you the wound and some bullets that are still lodged within my body. Okay? I can still show you that. So equality means that you need to take the bricks and take the bullets. That's equality. Don't expect any special treatment. No men, women, no women and children first off the Titanic. Every man for themselves. And we throw stronger elbows. Look at that elbow. We throw stronger elbows than you guys do. Oh yeah, lay you out flat. You'll sink with that ship. You'll sink with that ship. Okay, number 7. Hard-headed. No pun intended. Hard-headed. You can't give them direction. Hey, don't talk to him like that. You're trying to extinguish the heat of the situation. Okay? You're trying to remedy the soon to be issue. The soon to be problem. You're trying to remedy it before it starts. Preactive, proactive. Okay, you're trying to limit it, but they are hard-headed. They won't listen. Look, don't talk to that man like that. You must not be a man. You must. I should be able to talk the way I want to talk, and you should be able to. You should defend me, and you must not be a man. No, no. Okay, here we go. I'm not your man. Have with it strong, independent, unaccountable, masculine, disrespectful, strong, equal being. Have with it. Okay, now. After hard-headed, because they don't listen. 304 garb, 304-ish, 304-ish garb. Don't dress like that. I should be able to dress the way I want to dress. Allah is witness, even Muslim sisters today say, if I walked around naked, you're still supposed to lower your gaze. It don't matter how I'm dressed. Well, Allah told you how to dress for a reason. The only ayat they believe in the Quran, the only two ayat is provide and protect and lower your gaze for men, because Allah tells them to lower their gaze too and guard their modesty, but they won't. They won't. Now we know the ones that do. We're not talking about them. We're talking about the ones that won't. The ones in 304-ish garb. You know what I'm saying? Instead of wearing an abaya, they wear a booyah. A booyah show everything. A booyah, not an abaya. You know what I'm saying? Instead of a jilbab, a jilbang. You know what I'm saying? That's what they're wearing right now. That's what we're doing right now. Okay? So anyway, they got the 304-ish garb, and you can't talk them off the ledge because, again, hard-headed. Can't talk them off the ledge. They are attention-seeking. On Facebook, they'll take it off. On social media, they'll take it off and take in all the likes. Here I come. I say, ill, haram, ill. Brother, what's your problem, man? I'm tired of you. I got time today. I finna go off on you. All those shayateen, all those devils before me praising you for the haram. I come and hate what Allah hates. And I show that I hate what Allah Ta'ala hates by speaking out. Speaking in the form of typing, of course. And then they say, I got time today. I'm going to make you feel bad. How you going to make me feel bad? You're the hooah, as the Marines would say, hooah. You're the hooah. Why would I feel bad? I'm not going to crash out for you. I'm not crashing out because you're attention seeking and attention getting. I'm not crashing out for you. Okay? That's real snap. That's real snap. Snapple top facts. Okay? Would I crash out? Yes. Under certain circumstances. Who would I crash out for? Okay, my children. I would crash out for my children, the younger ones without discernment. Okay, younger ones without discernment, I'll crash out. I'll crash out and I'll dismember, murder, and make the front page of every newspaper in the world. I'll make the front page, while I dance in your bodily fluids. No pause. Okay. Gut you like a fish. You know what I'm saying? Jugular to jugular. Allahu Akbar. Bismillah. Don't touch my children. Now the ones that have at the age of discernment, they have puberty, what have you, they're baligh, then they would have to be acting upon the haqq or be quote unquote in the right before I crash out. I told my kids, I said, I got 9 children. I got too many of y'all for me to be, it's called the reproductive imperative. It's too many of y'all for me to be crashing out because of one want to act like a kafir. I say, if you do anything I did not raise you to do, you're on your own. Son, daughter, whoever, you're on your own. You know what I'm saying? That dude beat you up. Hey, equal rights and lefts. I'm not getting involved in no kafir relationship. You know what I'm saying? He could put hands and feet on you. I'm not getting involved because you shouldn't be in that relationship. But if you walking from your car, you walk out of Walmart to your car and some dude along the way offends you, harms you any type of way, the safest place he can be is in a holding cell downtown at the magistrate, at the courthouse. That's the safest place he can be. Oh yeah. I got that much incentive to go. Okay, I got that much incentive to go. But that's crashing out for my children. Like I say, post-pubescent, then they become baligh. Okay, then they have to be upon the haqq. Post-pubescent, I'm crashing out. Okay, my wife or wives, I will crash out for them long as they are under my frame, and as the Christians will say, under my covering. Okay? If they are under my frame, I will crash out for my wives. If my wives put their finger in my face, talk to me any kind of way, don't listen to me, hard-headed, what have you, and they go out, and something happens to them in the Walmart parking lot, I'm going to say, tell me what, did you win? They come back with a brick face. Did you win? Lessons. Life teaches us lessons. Allah made the fire cool for Ibrahim alayhi salam. Ibrahim was upon the haqq. Allah told the fire to be cool for Ibrahim, and the fire consumed everything that binded Ibrahim, but not Ibrahim himself, and it did not expose his nakedness. Allahu Akbar. But these people, they want to stick their hands in fire and not get burned. You know what I'm saying? That's what they want to do. And anything that causes them discomfort is considered unfair. This is exactly what we're going through right now. We're going through this right now. So if my wife is not under my frame, I'm not crashing out. But she is under my frame, I'll crash out. I'll take all the bullets to the back. I will cover her. And while he dumping, I don't care what he dumping with. I pray Allah I don't go through my body and harm her. But at the same time, I'll take all the bullets to the back of my head, legs, buttocks, arms, everything. I'll take all those bullets. I'm saying, I'll take all those bullets. Why? How? Because that's my duty. What am I here for? If somebody's shooting and I don't cover my wife and kids, then what justification do I have to exist? Okay? So I'll crash out for a wife under my frame, and kids that are post-pubescent or after puberty, baligh, they are upon the haqq, okay? Are acting upon the haqq. My family, okay? If they are in the right, my family, my brothers, sisters, family, aunts, nieces, nephews, if they are in the right, I'll crash out for them. That's my family, my blood family. I'll crash out for them if they're in the right, okay? If they're in the right, I'll crash out for them. My ummah, that's one of the keys to Al-Jannah. Protecting your brother, protecting your children, your wife, your wealth. You know what I'm saying? The ummah, protecting your mom, your dad, your elders, your siblings. All of this, your underlings, all of this is like keys to Al-Jannah, okay? So I'll crash out for my ummah on any given Sunday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. You know what I'm saying? I'll crash out. But again, all under the haqq, all within the right, okay? I'll crash out. And that is what it is. That is what it is. I will crash out for my ummah, okay? So now you have my perspective of who, okay? Who I will crash out for, okay? And you have my perspective on reasons to crash out for total strangers and reasons not to crash out for total strange women, okay? Women. I'm talking about women right now, because the woman says she was smacked in the head with a brick. I don't see the signs of brickage, okay? Brickisha, I think she is lying. I think she is scamming. I think that she had an allergic reaction in order to avoid shame, the way she looks, like Elephanta. She's like Elephant Woman. I think she claimed this wild story to get Cash App, so on and so forth. Her Cash, she's not a very good scammer. She has a lot of pro-black stuff on there, a lot of pro this and that on there. Like the way she talks, she's really limiting her demographic of who would donate to her cause. She's really limiting it. But that's neither here nor there. Okay. So with that being said, I'm done with that topic. Let's move on to our delusional dating profile of the week. That's not it. Let me see if I can find the one. Nope, that's not it. That's something else. Okay, let me go here. I can't do it. I can't go there. Oh, subhanallah. I tell you what. I'm going to let me see. Did I do this one already? Let me see. Okay, let me see. Oh, yeah. I decided not to do that. Let me erase that. I decided not to. That she's really vulgar. She is really vulgar. So what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna pull one. I'm gonna pull one off the heap. Uh, I have one that was. It was kind of. Let me see. I had one that was blown up considerably. I had one that was blown up considerably, and I wanted to do it. Let me see if this is it. Here we go. Okay, let's go with. No, nah, not Audrey. Nah, let me get rid of that one. Ah, man. Look, I'm gonna find one. I'm gonna find one. I took several screenshots. Let me find one. I'll find one for you. Let me go here. Is that one? No, that's work related. Okay. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm suffering now. Okay, let me see. Not that one. Not this one. Is it this one? Did I do this one? Maria, my child is grown. About me, adventures and free to travel, do what I want. Life is too short, and decided to play games. And, no, that's what I want. That one. Okay, we'll go with this one. I don't know if I did this one before. We'll go with it. I don't remember. No, I didn't do this. I didn't do this one. Okay, this is Maria. Maria is 54, and she likes me. Okay, uh, Maria says my child is now grown, and it's all about me. Okay, well we see this common with a lot of dating profiles that they use their child as an excuse why they were unsuccessful to find a mate. See, men control marriage and relationships. Women chiefly, and women control, intimacy chiefly, really solely. Everything else is a felony. Okay, so uh, my child is now grown, and it's all about me. So women tend to do that. They'll blame their child. I had to do 18 years. I had to do 24 years until they got to college. 25, 26, 20, 30 years before they got to college. As a doctor, now I can go back on the man. That boy or girl wasn't with 24/7. Stop that. If they was in university, they definitely didn't have enough time to keep you so busy. You know what I'm saying? As a young adult, as an adult, keep you so busy that you didn't have time to have find to look for a mate. Stop that. You know what I'm saying? Stop that. Okay. Anyway, my child is now grown, and it's all about me. Adventures and travel is what I want to do. Now, see, all of them, 99.99%, they want to travel. Oh, I travel. Ain't traveled yet. I'm saying, ain't traveled. Go to Home Depot. You see a whole bunch of stacks of buckets. Go ahead and kick one. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they got this thing, I want to travel, travel. I love to travel. Ain't traveled nowhere. Travel down to Target, But anyway, life is too short to be indecisive and play games. Okay, I have no problems with that. On the next chapter, see, they look at their lives in chapters. They go through 304 phase, then they go through education phase, and then they go through looking for a man phase. Can't find a man, so then they say, okay, well, my kids are grown out the house now, so yeah, that was it. Yeah, that was the problem. So now I'm in this phase of past the wall. So now I'm gonna look for a man. You should be humble. There should be 0% hubris on your part. You should be humble at this stage. You should be hella humble. If you find a man to deal with you for 1 week, no, excuse me, for 1 day out of a week, you won. Jackpot. You got the ring. If that's what y'all do, you got the ring. You got the legitimate relationship. You know what I'm saying? You got the legitimate relationship, whether you went to the courthouse or however Kafirs do it, or Muslims, we do the wali, the wakil. You're legitimate, okay? And you don't worry about sharing him. You have a piece of him. He's the prize. You have a piece of him, okay? So they look at their lives in chapters. This is the chapter where you need to bow down. This is a chapter where you need to get rid of that hubris. This is a chapter you need to know thyself. Okay? This is a chapter where you need to really know your worth, and it's 5 and below. You know, it's Dollar Tree. It's Dollar General. You know what I'm saying? Okay, it's Family Dollar. Know your worth. I'm not saying they're worth $1. Of course, everything in that store is not $1. So I'm not saying she's worth $1. I'm saying don't practice hubris. Don't overvalue yourself. Because if you overvalue yourself, you won't reap the fruits of relationship. That man that comes around once a week because he's busy with other endeavors, and you really ain't like that. You don't need him like that. Okay? You want him to come around 7 days a week and hear about your arthritis. Udu billah min dhalik. But nevertheless, so he comes around once a week. I guarantee you can call him to take you to the hospital. I guarantee you he'll be on your sick bed. I guarantee you he'll be on your deathbed, because that man is responsible for you. Although he only has in his waking hours and time 1 day out of a week for you, or 1 night out of a week for you. Okay? That's what we're talking about. Okay? But nevertheless, don't let me convince you. Okay? Become 64 and we'll talk again. When you become 64, we'll have this talk again, Miss Maria. Okay? So nevertheless, anybody else it applies to. Okay? On to the next chapter, preferably with that special person. But okay if it's by myself. You see what just happened? See, that's that. Oh, you can't fix stupid. You cannot fix stupid. I'm not calling her stupid. I'm talking about stupid as a concept. You can't fix it. You can fix ignorance with knowledge. You can't fix stupid. Even with medication, you can't fix stupid. On to the next chapter, preferably with someone special. So that person has to be special. He's special if he claims you. If he's with you 1 day a week, that man is special. He's a special person because nobody else is with you. Nobody else is with you. But that man is special. He's coming around once a week, and he'll be there for you in times of need and crisis. The other wives, the other situations have to understand. They better understand me in that situation, because I'm not going to let her die alone. I'm not going to let her suffer alone. I'm going to be there to comfort her. Oh, she ain't sick. She just saying, okay, well, let me go find out. Ain't your job. Okay, if you're a good wife, come with me and see if we can help. Come with me and help me change her bed sheets. Come with me and help me get her into the shower and bathe her. I'm saying, if that situation gets that deep, come with me and get some blessings. That's what you should be doing. But if I'm with her 1 day a week, because we practicing Miss Yard, a marriage of concessions, and she one day a week, I guarantee I'll be there for her in her time of need. I guarantee I'll be there for her in her time of need. Guaranteed. But then she says, but okay if it's by myself. Why are you on a dating app? Why are you on a dating app if you're okay being by yourself? Child, your profile screams of needing companionship. It screams of all that tough talk. Men don't like it. Drop the handkerchief. I'm saying, drop the handkerchief. See who picks it up. All that tough talk, all that independent, tough, strong talk, unattractive. Unattractive. Okay? I'm a dominant. Listen to this. Sound like lesbian. I'm a dominant, take control, independent type. See? Now do you agree with me 1 day a week? If even that. If he drives by and blows the horn 1 day a week, you should be happy. She just said, I'm dominant. Unattractive for men. Men hate that. I know some men, okay, we know those too. Okay. Those butterflies, those unicorns, one to the head. Anyway, I'm dominant. Take control. All the stuff women like. Okay. Independent type. Okay. Another thing men don't like. Of woman. Because I've had to be that way. So, oh man. Okay. Let's say I'm a POW, a prisoner of war. Okay. and I'm going through all this stuff, then I'm freed. I'm not a prisoner of war anymore. But I stay in my room. Matter of fact, not even in the room. I stay in the toilet closet, and I'm just, I'm in the toilet closet, writing lines on the wall of how many days I've been in the. You say, bro, what you doing? You're not a POW anymore. Well, see, I'm like this because I had to be that way. That PTSD won't make sense once you're out of POW camp. No, I'll take that back. You can have PTSD out of POW camp, but once you're out, don't go into a closet or a small crevice or crawl space or a bathroom, a toilet stall, or a what do you call that? The porta potty, and just get in there and start rocking and marking etches on the wall every time the sun sets. It would make no sense at that point, and that's the point that I'm making. That's the exact point that I'm making. Okay, so I'm a dominant, take control, independent type of woman because I've had to be that way. That is not an excuse, ma'am. That is not an excuse. That is not an excuse. Okay, I would gladly give up control for the right man. That right, he doesn't exist. That dude does not exist. The right man for you does not exist. You would not give up control. That's just real. I'm keeping it real with you. You would not give up control. You would not. Because once your situation changes, your attitude needs to change to accommodate somebody. If you had to be dominant, take control, and independent, now we know why you're 54 and alone. Now we know why you're 54 and alone. Because you have the qualities that women look for in men, but men don't look for. Unless you're part of the LGHTTV 4K HDMI. It's the only ones look for that. Okay? And she tops it off by saying, might travel to see someone. Oh, she's desperate. Yeah, she's desperate. Yeah, we got us one. Gotti! Yeah, she's desperate. She's desperate. Might travel to see someone. Well, she said she liked to travel, so she might travel to see someone. Screaming companionship. Look, ma'am, I'll give you 1 day a week. This is my offer to you. Since you like me, I'll give you 1 day a week. And if you ever present dominant, you ever take control, and you show me independence, you're going to lose your day. I will cut visitation at that particular time. Wrap it up. I'm out of here. Wrap it up. I'm out of here. I will cut visitation if you show any of those masculine traits that I hate in women. I want a woman to say, oh, woe is me. I don't know what to do. Oh, help me. I die for you. I die for you. In that feminine frame, I'll die for you. Show me dominance. Hold on, sir. Hold on. Hold on, sir. Show me taking control of what? You better take control of your finances and get out of debt. Controlling 80+% of the debt. Spend just 80% plus of the spending. Just undisciplined. I'm saying? Student loan debt, all that stuff. For sale, clearance, going out of business. All that, none of that's for men. All that is for women. Women will go visit a store for 10 years that got going out of business on it. 10 years. They go out of business for 10 years and keep selling to women. Dude got shoes, he don't need no shoes. That's a feminine trait, brother. Them dudes that got a bunch of shoes, feminine trait. Dudes that got a bunch of jewelry, feminine trait. It is what it is. You can get mad at me. That's what it is. A Muslim shouldn't be amassing stuff like that anyway. I mean, but hey, look, live your life, man. It's not haram. It's not haram. Okay, live your life. Live your life. Okay, Imam Nasser says, I suffer from a small amount of institutionalized behavior sometimes, I believe. Well, that's understandable. That's understandable. I'm really comfortable by myself. That's why I survived. I only did 4 years and never went back. 1990 to 1994. Okay, I did 4 years, never went back. Alhamdulillah, but yeah, I enjoy being alone. Sometimes being around people is really stressful. And I'm not saying I'm PTSD or a hermit or anything. But yeah, you go through that. I mean, you probably did more time than I did, but you go through that and you'll find yourself in certain uh, uh, behaviors in certain positions and think in certain ways. That's fine. Okay, that's fine, and that's understandable. But for a woman, you know, for a woman, I had to be the dad. I had to be the dad because I had no choice. You can never be a dad. You could stay in your feminine frame. You stay in your feminine frame around your children. You probably would have attracted a man who can handle the masculine part. Probably could have. But, strong, independent, dominant, you know, take charge. You can take something. You can take something anyway. That's all that I have. Yeah, this Maria, man, I ain't gonna pray for you. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie, but you gotta make some changes. You know what I'm saying? I, Me and Imam Nasser, you can bid on it. I bid 1 day a week, and if you show any of those masculine traits, those manly traits, I will terminate the visitation, and we can try again next week. See if you can get your attitude right. Okay? Yeah, that's what we do. Anyway, that's all that I have. Thank you all for interacting, commenting, so on and so forth. This has been your brother Saad Imam for Exactly. See you next week, inshallah ta'ala. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.